know. They say that when you're really upset, that breathing helps. But unfortunately, I'm not finding that to be very true. You see, going into WrestleMania weekend, more specifically March 29th, I knew that it was either going to be the greatest 4 days of my life, or they would be the worst. On March 29th, I stepped in the ring for Dragon Gate USA CZW Super Show in Hollywood, Florida. And I got in the ring with a man I have a great amount of respect for, the current ICW heavyweight champion, Sean Prime. It was the first time he and I ever stepped in the ring together, and I walked out with a victory. And I looked at this as a good omen for Joey Saints. Walking into my next match, March 30th, against the most powerful opponent that any person could possibly face. And that's the United States government, the federal government of these United States that we live in. And I stepped into that arena, not one that I'm used to, not one that I know anything about. And just like I dropped Sean Prime on his head the night before, not 14 hours, the United States government dropped me on mine. I walked away with an 18-month sentence in federal prison for a crime that I did not knowingly commit. You ever hear those stories about guys who are innocent, who get thrown behind bars? You're looking at one right now. See, I have a huge trust issue in life, and that's because of the way that I was raised. From a very young age, I was abused heavily by a drug-addicted alcoholic, and my mother kept me in that situation. My aunt removed me and put me in my father's care, and with an overbearing stepmother that wouldn't let me be myself, who continuously tried to put me in therapy after therapy that didn't work. I decided I was going to go back with my mother and let bygones be bygones. And you know what? She put me in the exact same situation again. And when I finally cracked at the age of 16 and I spent time in a mental hospital, it clicked that the only person who's ever going to take care of me is me. And from then on, I had trust issues. And finally, in 2009, when I thought that I was going to have a fair shake at life, that I was actually going to achieve my dream, to be a professional wrestler, I started working for my mother. And what I didn't realize, that working for my mother's pharmacy would end my life as I know it. My sister, my flesh and blood, was aiding and abetting drug dealers. Was aiding and abetting drug dealers in getting illegal prescriptions for oxycodone filled, and I was the cashier. Me. And when the prosecutor stood in front of that judge after I pled guilty to a crime that I did not commit, she said I was stealing, that I knew everything was going on. Now, anybody who knows me knows that I may not be the smartest individual on the planet, but there's one thing true about Joey Saint, that I would do anything to continue in this business that I love. And now, because I trusted my family to, for once in their miserable lives, do the right thing for me, when I actually have a chance, they fuck me. They put me in a situation where now I need to do 18 months in a federal prison. It's not fair. It's not right, but it's showing me one thing: that the only justice there is in the world is injustice. And now I need to pay for it. That being said, I have 3 wrestling matches left. 3. April 14th, against my former best friend, Brian Brody, at FOW. It is FOW's first dog collar match. I can guarantee you that all the pent-up hatred and frustration that I feel for my family, and all the pent-up frustration that I would like to do to my sister, that I would like to do to my mother, my own flesh and blood, I'm going to take that chain, and I'm going to wrap it around Beast's throat, and I'm going to finish what I started at the last FOW show. And on April 20th, I have a match in a Fight for Mike at a cancer society, American Cancer Society charity that I helped put together because I'm a decent human being. I don't know who my opponent is. I just know it's somebody I've never faced before in my life. And the next night at ICW, for any local fan who wants to see Joey Singh's last match as a free man, you will be there. I don't care who's across the ring from me. It doesn't matter. This is real emotion. This is the real fucking Joey Saint. And if you want to see the last 3 matches I have before injustice is fulfilled, FOW on the 14th. Fight for Mike at the Polish American Club in Miami on the 20th. And ICW at the Polish American Club on the 21st. If any of you want to see a real man who has nothing to lose, you'll be at those 3 shows.